everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're here. Please remember to subscribe below and leave comments. I'm trying to get better about responding to those comments. I had quite a bit of feedback regarding the VEST 2.1K because some people say, when they tell their children, I'm sorry you feel that way, their children kind of get triggered by it. And I can understand that. That does happen sometimes. What's super important is you're not being manipulative. You actually mean it. You're sorry that they feel that way. But sometimes they feel patronized by that, right? And so how can we move away from that feeling of their being patronized? What we can do is, instead of saying, I'm sorry, if that doesn't work, you can certainly jump right over it and go right to, sweetheart, that's not true. That's it. Or, sweetheart, I do not agree. I just don't agree, sweetheart. And so it's about this being really emphatic about it, being really in a position of personal power, but not being angry at all, being calm, and being really secure in your statement. So when they say the most horrifying things to you, like, I don't know, you have a mental illness, right? Or you are an awful mother, or whatever it is that they say to, again, poke the daggers at us. That's their goal. Like, we have to have armor on all the time and really, really ready to deflect those arrows, because the more that we don't deflect those arrows, the more that we actually feed the unhealthy part of their ego. So the more victim stance we have, the more vulnerable we feel when they do that. Even though we might feel vulnerable, they can't see it. And that, let's be really clear, this isn't about not showing emotion. We can have a little emotion. We can be, geez, that really hurt my feelings. Or I'm really sad about that. Or I'm sad that, instead of saying, I'm sorry you heard that, you can say, I'm sad that you heard that. Like, I'm sad that that was said. So there's a lot of different ways to frame it. But the point is, we frame it with validation and empathy in a soft tone, right? Sweetheart, that is not true. That's a validating statement. That's a validating statement of our position, right? It's empathic. It's got this affect about us. So empathy doesn't always have to be verbal. Empathy can be like how we look. And so I'm like, really, sweetheart, that's not true. And so it becomes across emphatically, right? And so in that, it's a soft tone, it's this gentleness that they recall us having for them. These names that we call them, whether it's cutie or honey, or their name itself, whatever it is. However, so you have to practice this. I don't ever assume that I know your situation better than you. You know your situation the absolute best. You know your children better than anyone. So what can you do? What can you do? What can you see? What are the ways that you know that you can make headway in showing your children the truth and showing them who you really are? If you know that I'm sorry does not work for them, don't say it. Just don't say it, right? And so what do you know does work for them? I don't agree with that. Or that statement is not true, sweetheart. Not true. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Of course it's true. You're a liar. You're a liar. Again, this is the affect, right? I'm not even nearly saying anything. Yep. No, not true, honey. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's the twice. You've already said it twice. You're done. Now you're going to disengage. How are you going to disengage? Now they might accuse you again of running away or, deflecting. They're going to call all the names that they're learning from the abusive parent because they're role modeling that, right? They really don't want control over us at all. They don't want it. They don't like it. And the more that we can stand up in our personal power, the less that they're going to need to show that to us. So this is super important. I think the next video is going to be specific about how our children don't want to have control over us. All right, so I hope you all have a great day. Please remember to subscribe. I hope you find this content helpful, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook if you'd like to, and listen to my podcast, Perfect Prey, because our children are certainly the perfect prey of abusive individuals. Have a great day, everyone.